coast to coast, it's your hosts, the Lombardi Leap and Mersey FB. This is Beyond the Frozen Tundra.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, the Lombardi Leap, here with Mersey FB. Let's talk Packers football, specifically beating the snot out of the Vikings. 23-6, a big win at Lambeau.
Exciting, even though low scoring. These are the games you want. Just clean them up quickly, and we were in control the entire game.
Yeah, you definitely want to clean it up quickly, especially on a short week. And, against a division rival, too, where I don't feel like we were really threatened at all by the Vikings throughout the entire game. I think that's fair to say.
Oh, definitely. Well, we learned that J.J. McCarthy can't play NFL, he can't play quarterback in the NFL.
You mean 9 can't play quarterback in the NFL? I think that's because I don't know who played that game. Was it JJ or was it 9? Because either way, they were both pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure if JJ can play quarterback at all, realistically. And we won this game without Josh Jacobs. LVN only played 6 snaps before he went back out with looked like an ankle injury, so he's limping off the field. No Quay Walker. Nate Hobbs missed his second game. We kind of knew that was going to happen just kind of based on his knee injury there. Emmanuel Wilson steps up as a career game against them. He's a good running back, and he could be and should be, you could argue, starting.
Yeah, I think he starts on 24 NFL teams, maybe 20.
Easily there. I mean, the final score for the Packers, Vikings, 23-6. They didn't score a touchdown at all. We're 7-3-1. Doubled our divisional wins, the NFC North wins from last year.
Let's go.
Have 2 wins under the belt here. Vikings dropped down to 4-7, having a rough year there. Vikings, I mean, they only kicked 2 field goals, a 52-yarder and a 59-yarder. Then they muffed a punt, and we really just ran through them the entire game, which I understand why we ran a lot as well.
Yeah, you want to get out of the game as quick as possible, minimize injuries, running the balls away to do that. I think the muff punt was kind of when that was game.
Mm-hmm.
Right after we scored off that, I was like, oh, okay. That's it,
and it wasn't us muffing the punt.
Yeah, it was not us muffing the punt.
Yep, Zane Anderson with the muff punt, forced the muff punt. That was absolutely crazy. I mean, Wilson had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he did. He had Emmanuel Wilson had 2 touchdowns, 28 carries, 107 rushing yards. Wow, good for him. Jordan Love, super efficient, 14-21, 139 yards. Again, he didn't throw any touchdowns. He is playing as good a football as Matthew Stafford, but people don't realize it because when we're on the 3-yard line, Matt LaFleur decides to run it 3 times.
Yeah, you don't really get the goal line throws the same way that Stafford does. I feel also our offense isn't as flashy as the Rams is this year. Yet.
Yeah. I mean, no Matthew Golden. He didn't get to play. And
that one sucked. Didn't know that when I picked him, actually. That's my fault. That's poor podcasting. But
it was a little surprising that he didn't play, but looking back, I kind of understand it. And we'll talk about this in our next podcast here when we talk about the Lions, but just kind of a little preview of that. The Lions like to play a lot of man. And Watson and Golden are easily our best man beaters. And we're going to have Jaden. We should have Jaden Reed back that game too as well. But we'll get into that later. Vikings defense. I mean, I think they sacked Jordan Love 1 time?
Yeah, once. I think, and then maybe a couple tackles for loss. Yeah, looking this up right now. 1 sack, 5 TFLs.
Yeah. They really didn't do much on. They didn't. The defense didn't control anything. They couldn't really
Mm.
stop anything. They were finally throwing the ball to Christian Watson more than they were to Romeo Dobbs. Thank goodness. Christian
So
Watson, no
nice to
touchdown.
see.
I know it is. It is. It just feels my haterade, you know?
Hmm. Led the team in receiving this game
Let
too.
yes, it's about time. About time. Um, I mean, overall, good protection, I thought, for Jordan Love. I think one of the big stories here is what took place at right guard.
Pulling Morgan out of the game and putting in Belton seemed at least or shows us potential with Belton and what the run scheme works better as, because Morgan isn't the same mauler at guard that Belton is.
No. And that's not anything against Morgan. It's just he's a different player. Morgan, we've said this, I've said this. I'm beating a dead horse here. Morgan's a left tackle. That's where he should be. And like Rasheed Walker was probably the worst player on that offensive line this last game. That's because he can't
Yes.
handle speed rushers. I mean, he let up that sack against Dallas Turner because, again, this is Josh Wiley was a little bit at fault there because of what happened on the chip. He chipped a
Hmm.
little too far out, and that still gave Dallas Turner enough room to kind of utilize that speed rush of his, which Rasheed Walker he is not good at all whatsoever. He just
No.
doesn't have the athleticism.
That chip block didn't really help Rashid, but also I think this season has been one of our worst performing offensive linemen, which is strange to say about him, especially from his past couple of years. He's greatly overperformed his draft stock as what, like a seventh round pick in
Yes,
2022
yeah.
or something? Yeah. So he's greatly overperformed, and that's great for him. But I think it's time to give Jordan Morgan some run at left tackle. Changing it mid season probably isn't the best idea, but like,
You're going through a gauntlet here
yeah.
of NFC North teams, and I want Jordan. I want the best tackle on Jordan's blind side. Like I know it's not Belton, contrary to what other people have said. Like I've been adamant since he came out of the draft,
Who is
or
saying
since
Belton is a left tackle?
there are people who say because the Packers have trained him at tackle right now, and I believe that was more out of necessity and kind of what they just tend to do.
Yeah, they played him at right tackle, if anything. He could not translate to left tackle.
And he did not play well against Cleveland, and he was okay against a mediocre Commanders team. But
Hmm.
at guard, you can mask his agility concerns.
Yeah, I think he's a great offensive lineman. He just doesn't
Mhm.
have the same quick feet that you would like sometimes to survive outside. But
Mhm. Yeah.
he can be a great guard. I think he could
Ab-
be a Pro Bowl caliber guard.
Absolutely. Especially when he mauls like that.
Road grader.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I do think. I mean, who would you say was stole more of the show? Was it the offense or the defense?
I'm a defensive minded football guy. So that's kind of where my heart lays. And that I would say the defense did steal more of the show when you saw what they did to Minnesota, not allowing them to even score a touchdown, shutting them out in the second half.
Micah Parsons killing two guys,
Mm-hmm.
one being the quarterback.
Yeah. They oh wait. They Minnesota had one drive that ended in the red zone and they didn't get any points on it, right? It was a turnover on downs.
Yeah, it was. They went for it on. They went for it on fourth. They went for it on
Yeah.
fourth.
And Nazir stuffed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nazir, go back to the defense real quick though. Now you mentioned Nazir Stackhouse, dude. Nazir Stackhouse and Warren Brinson.
Such good defensive tackles, man. So good. I'm a little biased. I will say Georgia football is my college team. I'll put that out there right now. But nothing for the most part goes poorly when you draft defensive tackles from Georgia.
Sure doesn't seem like it. Like Warren Brinson, limited snaps again, led the team in pressures, got his first NFL sack.
Half sack, but
Oh, they gave him
still
a half sack.
remarkable. Yeah. He had 15 pass rushing snaps, and he got pressures on 5 of them. So one of every 3 snaps, he's affecting the quarterback. He got a half sack. And I think now the coaching staff should hopefully be like, oh, we have this guy on our roster who can pressure the quarterback and play the run at the same time. We got to play this guy over Colby Wooden.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is noticeably different when Warren Brinson's in there versus Colby Wooden. Like it's absolutely night and day difference there. I mean, we're talking about uh like this Packers defense especially. I mean, 5 sacks. Micah Parsons had 2. Devontae Wyatt had 2.
Both of our defensive picks played out of their minds.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Micah Parsons, again, 5th year in a row where he's had a 10+ sack season. That's the longest active streak since
Reggie White,
who had 9, which is insane to say that too as well. 10+ sacks seasons. Like that's crazy. And it is noticeably different. Like I can't remember. I think what is it? Zadarius Smith was the last time probably we
in
had
2020.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, so it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
Not good at all. Definitely glad that Micah Parsons is here and in the green and gold and not in Dallas anymore, to say the least.
That's true. There's a couple other players I want to give a quick shout out to on the defense. I know I rag on this guy a lot. Isaiah McDuffie came in, played outstanding football in the place of Quay Walker.
That dude had his Eric Wilson game, I swear.
Against Eric Wilson.
Yes, against Eric Wilson, exactly. Like I don't know if you remember this last year, but Eric Wilson would have like 3 games a year.
Where he'd be the greatest linebacker ever and then fall off again. Yeah.
Yes. And this was Isaiah McDuffie's Eric Wilson game.
And then I would also like to give a shout out to Evan Williams, who is emerging as a top safety in the NFL.
That dude is a bucket getter. Making fun of the skull chant too, as well. That was awesome.
he makes fun of opposing teams' chants. He gets interceptions. That's what, his 3rd now of the season?
I believe so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And he also is starting to lay the hammer down in the run game.
Dude, those hit sticks that he would just drop some of those guys, and it'd make me hurt watching him do that. He's really become an all-around good safety, whether it's coverage, the run. Like, he's doing it all.
And that's what you want. Especially, he was a 4th-round draft pick out of Oregon. Like, that's almost a borderline steal in my book.
That is a steal.
The safe,
100%.
The player he's developed into for his draft position has been excellent. I think we now have one of the best safety duos in the NFL.
Easily the most underrated.
And my 3rd player that I'm going to give a shout out to is Kamal Hadden.
I was shocked.
He came into the game for Keyshawn Nixon and played better than Keyshawn Nixon.
Against Jettas.
Locked him down.
Like, there was one play, like in the play before that, I'm thinking of in particular. Jettas was lined up on the right side of McCarthy, left side on if you're watching the play on the screen. And Jettas holds Kamal Hadden on that play. And you could tell, you were like, come on, man. You got, but they weren't throwing flags. Next play, Kamal Hadden punches Jettas right in the mouth. Like, absolutely just bodies him. Completely legal, by the way he did it. A completely legal block. And, like, that is the kind of stuff that I don't see from Nixon. And I was very against Kamal Hadden coming out of the Seahawks game. Because when he played against the Seahawks, he was not good in preseason at all whatsoever.
Oh, I thought that was his best preseason game.
Oh, really? 'Cause, I mean, I watched him get cooked.
At least, like, the second half was.
Yeah, the second half.
He got better as the game progressed. And I'm thinking too with Kamal Hadden, they must be seeing a lot out of him in practice.
Like, Matt LaFleur even said something like, "Of all the guys who've come a long way, that's the start of
He's
the
come the
season."
longest.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
And it is interesting to see how like, again, I know it's JJ McCarthy and EPA wise, he's arguably one of the worst. He is like the worst quarterback in the NFL right now.
yeah. Isn't he
Like,
like 35th out of the 30 or out of 35 quarterbacks? He's
y
35th.
yes,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
and
But
then
to see
or you go
the
first.
yeah, to see the secondary, they play differently when you have 2 cornerbacks who are rangy and physical. Because Kamal Hadden's 6'1". Like, he's a taller, rangier corner. Harrington Valentine, by the way, a top cornerback in the league. He's playing like it. And he's rangy and he plays physical. He's gotten better at his tackling. To see what they were able to do defensively when you have 2 cornerbacks who are of the same mold, because Keyshawn Nixon's 5'10". Yeah, he's 200 pounds, but he can't turn his neck around to save his life. Hayden can, so can Carrington Valentine. And the fact that Halfley was able to do that, that secondary looked way different than when
Oh,
Nixon's out there.
night and day different than when Nixon's out there. I think too. I saw this online. Someone said if you do a redraft of the CV was 2022 or 2023. What draft class was he?
I think this is year 3 for him.
Okay, so he would have been 2022. If I saw if someone did a redraft of 2022, that Carrington Valentine doesn't make it out of the first round.
I mean, it looks like that way the way he's playing this year.
He is such a good player, and he really frees up what the secondary can do because you trust him in man coverage, you trust him in zone coverage, and if
Trust him to
Kamal Hadden,
tackle.
yes, well,
For the most better. Yeah, I do. I actually do trust him to tackle now because I've seen the way he lays it in. You know what I mean? I should say this. I trust him to try and tackle.
yeah, he's throwing his weight more than just kind of like wrapping his arms around and praying. He's trying to actually bring people down. Um, if Kamal Hadden can take the same steps that Carrington Valentine has, I think he sticks that corner over Nixon, and rightfully so. But it'll just have to see what happens when Hobbs comes back, where he
Yeah.
fits into all of this.
I mean, did Jordan Addison even play last game against us?
He had 0 catches for 0 yards on 1 target.
Like, talk about that's a lot of cardio for Jordan Addison.
Yeah. I think if worst case scenario, we do walk into the Lions game with Kamal Hadden and Carrington Valentine, that I'm comfortable with that.
I know that's such a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, again, I know it's JJ McCarthy, but you and I obviously aren't the biggest Jared Goff fans for good reason. Like, I'm not as
Well,
worried.
Drake can at least throw to his left. Or not
True.
Drake. Jared. Why did I say Drake? Oh, God.
You mean Ryan Gosling?
Yeah. Jared Goff can at least throw to his left.
True.
But no, going back to the defense too, I also think honorable mention, Rashawn Gary played really well. Even though he didn't get a sack,
He
felt
forced
like
that
he was in the
interception.
backfield a lot. Forced an interception on a bad pass. Yeah. Oh, and Bullard too. Bullard did really well.
Yeah, Bullard did.
I feel like he's not getting the credit that he deserves this year.
No, and you know why? Like, he didn't split safety snaps yesterday. I think he played only 24 snaps on defense.
Yeah, he was
Total.
nickel only.
He was nickel only, which is good, which is perfectly fine. Like, that's awesome. Like, get him there so that way he can learn and play that position. Don't move him around any more than you have to. And that's going to help him so much. And again, Nixon can't play the nickel. Hobbs was hurt.
Hobbs shouldn't, and he's hurt. But
Yeah. And then obviously like Hayden is an outside corner, and so is Valentine.
Carrington Valentine.
So it just kind of makes sense there that
Hmm.
Bullard is going to stick in there.
I will use my influence on this podcast to make it a Javon Bullard appreciation session
Every game. He doesn't
every
get the
game.
credit he deserves. Because honestly, like he is one of the primary reasons why those stupid screen passes that used to murder
That were
us,
destroying us last season.
he drops them. He almost had a pick this game too. He's just got to get his head around a little
Yeah.
bit.
If he plays the ball and not the receiver, he's scoring there. But
Mhm. It's a pick six.
that was Jordan Anderson's one target, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the one target should have been a pick six.
Yeah. No, people use the term sophomore slump a lot. I need to know what like the sophomore breakout term is that rhymes.
Yeah, we got to think of something there. We'll have to come up. We'll have to trademark something. Put
Yeah.
it on a t-shirt.
Whatever the opposite of a sophomore slump is, it's what Bullard is doing right now.
And it's since the bye week, especially, he's
Mhm.
really, really come on. Absolutely.
I know, like, this is gonna sound crazy, and you feel free to mock me for it. But in my opinion, Bullard has been playing better than Edger and Cooper this year.
Oh man, I mm, I can't. I don't know, man. Oh,
It's
that's so
close.
tough.
It's
It's
close.
close.
Because Edge played so well as a rookie, but it feels like he's kind of just stayed or slowed down a little. Like he still has his moments of greatness, but it's not the same as it was his rookie season.
I think it's with Cooper. I don't think I think Cooper's playing
I do think
phenomenally.
he's playing phenomenal too.
I think that though that we are.
Did we just get used to Coop playing phenomenal, and now when he's
I
not
think,
playing at like the all pro level, that it's like, oh, what's happened to him?
I think that's
That
it.
could also
Yes.
be it.
Like I really do think it's like, oh, you're like, oh my goodness, this guy's playing phenomenally. And now he's just playing. He's playing really, really well at times. And then he misses. He overshoots the occasional tackle, and you're like, oh, come on, Cooper. And then Bullard's coming on. Like that's tough. Like I'm not ready to say if Bullard gets a pick six, I'd be more willing to say it. But like the stuff that
He's got to get got to get hands on the ball.
gotta get his hands
Also,
on a
like
ball.
he would have had an interception like a week ago had Isaiah McDuffie not like
I
shoulder
know.
checked him.
That's true. Heck damn. I'd say like I mean, we want to talk about the linebackers and the defensive line specifically. I mean, this is another week though. The run defense looking a little suspect.
Well, I think that's what happens when you don't have Quay there. But
That's what I thought too. I honestly thought that because Quay has gotten better at identifying. And I don't. I think that's an aspect of the game that people don't appreciate about Quay Walker,
oh, for sure, his football IQ has really, really grown, and you can see it through the way he plays.
especially against the run.
He's playing faster. He's calling out more to the defense now. He's being more of that leader on the field. And I think that's it's kind of a new thing for him. Unfortunately, it happened in year 4 and not year 2 or 3. But because he was never the Mike before.
No,
He was never relaying signals or anything before he came to Green Bay. Was forced to do that in year 1. Wait, was he? No. It was still Devondre Campbell.
it was still Campbell. Yeah, it was still Devondre
Anyway,
Campbell.
Campbell I think missed a bunch of time that year, and so he was
Mhm.
forced into a role he wasn't comfortable with a coach who didn't know how to coach linebackers well, or who doesn't know how to coach linebackers well, and that kind of hurt his development. And now with Halfley, you see what he was supposed to be.
Yes, yeah, very much. And
Mm,
he's in a contract year, so that's something to keep an eye on. I mean, they declined his 5th-year option of 15 mil, which I understand.
rightfully so. Like I
Rightful,
agree with that too. But
like it is going to be interesting to see how this plays out here specifically. And I'm excited. I think he should be back for the Lions game. I think that's why he didn't play because we are on a short week here. I mean, all in all, like this is a good game to build off of. Like last week, you beat the Giants again, beat the Giants,
Who were just in a dogfight with the Lions, by the way.
who were just in a overtime dogfight. Like that couldn't have gone more perfectly for us.
That was almost a classic Jameis game.
Dude, wild card Winston, man.
That was almost a classic Jameis Winston game. But we were so close. So close. But yeah, they went into overtime against the Giants. It's a game that we were close against too, so that makes me feel a little better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Giants are definitely on the rise, but they're going to be more tired than us. We'll get into this next episode.
I mean, Matt LaFleur, I think he called a great game. Halfley, great game. Just got to, adjust the run a little bit. The only thing that I can criticize special teams for is this dude. Oh my goodness. They need a punt returner. Like, please get a punt returner.
You have an all-pro one on your roster. Unfortunately, he has a stinger. He took friendly fire on the sideline and then might be concussed or something's wrong with his shoulder or something.
Again, I'll never wish injury on anybody, but same with Jenkins. This might be an addition by subtraction scenario. I'm just saying, might be an addition by subtraction.
No, just watch. They'll roll him out next weekend with one arm, expecting him to play corner.
He'll get dotted up by St. Brom. But hey, we're like I said at the beginning, we're 2-0 in the NFC North after going 1-5 in the division last year. This is a huge confidence boost as we head into Ford Field for Thanksgiving. Got to get Jordan Love another turkey leg. Also, this is like a statement game because rivalry games on a big stage, that's huge. Now, short week, turnaround, Detroit Lions, Thursday. We'll talk about that on the next episode. Until next time.
To Packers fans coast to coast, thanks for going beyond the frozen tundra. We appreciate you tuning in. And as always, go Pack Go!